Guys, we're going to be looking at word problems episode D. So Jenny makes quilts. She can make 7 quilts with 21 yards of material. How many yards of material would be required to make 12 quilts? So the first thing I always do is highlight important information. So it's pretty important that she can make 7 quilts with 21 yards. And I'm going to use a different highlighter to underline what is the actual question we're answering. Remember, that's one of our steps. So how many yards of material would be needed to make 12 quilts? We know that she needs 21 yards to make 7 quilts, but since 7 is not a factor of 12, we need to figure out how many yards she needs to make just 1 quilt. So you guys know I love drawing pictures to help me figure out what a math problem is actually asking. So I'm going to be making a tape diagram. So I'm going to draw a bar and split it into 7 pieces. I know that means I need 6 lines. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have 7 little boxes, and all together those 7 quilts require 21 yards. YD is short for yard. So I need to figure out how much material it will take to make just this one box over here. So I kind of feel like I'm looking at a fraction. I'm looking for 1 out of 7. So that tells me I need to split this 21 yards into 7 equal pieces. When I'm splitting something into equal pieces, the type of math I'm doing is dividing. So I need to figure out 21 divided by 7. If you're not super comfortable with just knowing that division fact, you can think about it like multiplication. 7 times what equals 21. So I'm going to list out my factors because that's the first thing I do when I divide. So I know 7, 14, 21. Wow, I found it that fast. So I know 7 goes into 21 3 times. So that tells me that each one of these quilts needs 3 yards of material. Okay, so that's just the first half of the problem. I figured out how many yards each one quilt makes, but I need to figure out for 12 quilts. So what I'm going to do now is multiply. I know each quilt requires 3 yards of material, and I know that I'm making 12 quilts total. So I'm going to do 12 times 3. So remember, you always multiply directly up into the ones place value first. So 3 times 2 is 6. And then you multiply into the bigger place value. So 3 times 1, which is 3. So that tells me that Jenny needs 36 yards of material.